Hello, and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities in case you missed it for July 2019. I'm Melvin, and let's not waste a moment of time and jump right into it. While the first story that caught my eye technically originally happened in 2014, a lawsuit has brought more light on the story, which is the FBI raiding a biological resource center. Now again, this originally happened in 2014, but the lawsuit, which just came about in July of 2019, is providing a bit more details about the body donation and tissue bank facility in Phoenix. The FBI raided the business on accusations of illegal human trafficking and sale of human body parts. One FBI agent found a cooler filled with male genitalia, buckets of heads, arms, legs, and infected heads. They also said that one of the most disturbing findings was a small woman's head sewn onto a large male torso like Frankenstein and hung up on the wall. That is beyond sick. Hopefully the people behind this will serve a nice lengthy time behind bars in a cell with Bubba. Sometimes we need to go to the doctor. The doctor tells us, oh wow, there's a problem here, here, and here. You're going to need surgery. In the modern age, it's not too much of a big deal, right? Medicine has evolved and come a long way, and usually it's an in and out type of operation. Well, what if after that operation for 23 years you suffer from some type of weird abdominal pains and you just can't explain it, and for some reason no one can explain it? Well, eventually the pain gets to be so much you just say, forget it, I'm going back to the doctors and I'm demanding an x-ray or something. Well, for a Russian woman, Izita Gubiva, who lives in North Ossetia, she had to deal with this very sharp abdominal pain for 23 years. And finally, on the most recent trip to the doctor, they figured out what was to blame for it. Gobiva had an x-ray done, and when the results came back, the picture clearly showed a large metal clamp used by surgeons during the surgery that she had 23 years ago. Now, this is where it gets more interesting. Gobiva never had any type of surgery. However, in 1996, she had a C-section. So it's a good chance that during the C-section operation, someone forgot to take the clamp out, and thus it cost her 23 years of sharp pains. Currently, the clamp is still inside Gobiva, but they are prepping for surgery to remain it. Hopefully this time someone pays a little bit more attention and removes all the tools. I think most people are familiar with the lore of the devil. Usually we interpret him as a type of goat-like monster with these incredible horns, usually pretty buff and just very scary and demonic looking. However, what if I told you the devil wasn't that scary looking at all? And what if I told you he was actually a she, and she enjoyed prancing around in the nude and she had blue hair? You wouldn't believe me, right? Well, it just so turns out in Virginia, one family met the devil, or at least someone claiming to be the devil. A naked woman with blue hair who was calling herself the devil, broke into a family's home on their first night of living there. The father, who is a gun owner, got his gun and fired 39 warning shots and fought with the naked woman. At first, the man told her to leave several times, but she refused to do so. Even after firing the 39 warning shots, she still didn't go, and that's when a fight broke out between the woman and the family. And guess who else jumped in the fight? The 12-year-old son. Punches and furniture were thrown about, but the fight ended after the 12-year-old shoved a wrench into the intruder's neck. She had the strength of 4 grown men, the father would say. He then continued, First night in our beautiful home, when an intruder decides to enter our home, and tries to take our life one at a time. The woman and the father were both taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The woman, who is supposed to be the devil, will be charged with multiple crimes in connection with the break-in after her release from the hospital. They might want to throw in a mental examination as well. But what a way to welcome someone to the neighborhood. And finally, there are interesting stories that come out of Walmart. Some just straight up bizarre, some gross, some intriguing. This is probably one of the more gross ones. A 20-year-old woman entered Walmart to perhaps escape the heat, do some shopping, compare sales. Who really knows? But while she was in the store, the urge to pee hit her. And instead of going to where the restrooms were located, she decided to do the next best thing. She went to the produce section and she peed on the potatoes. Yes, that's right. This 20-year-old woman, her name, Grace Brown, peed on potatoes at Walmart. Let that sink in for a second. Workers at the store were alerted to the act when an employee noticed a puddle of pee on the floor. They called the police, and of course the police reviewed the video footage and they see the woman peeing on the potatoes. The next day, Grace Brown turned herself in with her lawyer, and she's being charged with criminal mischief, open lewdness, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness. I mean, is it that hard to just go to the restroom? Is it you just had to plop up and pee on some potatoes? How does that even work for a woman anyway? I mean, I don't know if I want to give this chick credit for just going through the hassle or just call her a moron and leave it at that. But whatever she is, it brings us to the conclusion of In Case You Missed It for July 2019. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to Unexplained Possibilities for more In Case You Missed It, as well as Unexplained Possibilities podcast and a lot of other smaller fun videos. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit. And with that said, we'll be seeing you in August.